let us move on to number 26.
We took the message, turned it into thread. A billboard becomes the bag instead. Number 26, top 40 classic. Do more, do less. Number 26, top 40 classic.
All right, I told Suno very specifically no guster. No, I'm kidding. Because Jeff is in Colorado. That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke. Kyle, over to you.
All righty. Sukle had a challenge from Denver's Office of Climate Action. Make climate action a social norm. Their insight: Denverites believe in climate change and feel real concern, but the scale of the problem creates cognitive overload, and when everything feels urgent, nothing feels actionable. So as part of the broader Do More, Do Less, Do Something campaign, 70+ climate-friendly actions Denverites can take, Sukle picked thrifting as both message and model. They partnered with Goodwill Colorado and local makers on an upcycled fashion line, building an in-store display from reused materials and turning the campaign's own billboard vinyls into branded tote bags. Proceeds went to Goodwill's Clean Tech Accelerator. The collection sold out before the campaign ended. The broader effort drew $263,000 in earned media and 58% awareness in 3 months. Yale's program on climate change called it among the most strategic municipal climate efforts worldwide. Placing at number 26, Do More, Do Less, Go Thrifting from Sukle.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I gotta share the screen, unfortunately, because we're having a tech issue here. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at this stuffy here. So, Graham, walk us through some of this.
Yeah. So this is the Do More, Do Less, Go Thrifting.
There's no shortage of thrifting in Colorado.
That's right. And Goodwill were great partners for this initiative. We have worked with the City and County of Denver's Office of Climate Action and Sustainability for this. We're in our second year with them. This was our first campaign, and just like your previous recipient, challenged with a small budget to make a big impact, and to make climate change, feel like something that we can all do. A lot of times you wonder, do I have to go buy an electric car? Do I have to rip out my air conditioner and put in a heat pump to be part of the solution? So we always find that it's really helpful to provide concrete, in this case, 70+ actions that people can take. And it really brings that line of do more, do less, do something to life for the 700,000 plus people who live here in Denver. We can all be a part of the solution. If you want to switch out your car, great. If you want to switch to a heat pump, that's awesome. But there's also some very simple, individual things that you can do to get involved. So the Goodwill of Colorado partnership was really cool as part of this campaign. We took a bunch of items. So you see some of the clothing items there. These were things that were literally in the Goodwill Denver store that we partnered with.
Oh, that's wild.
It was in their basically clearance bin. These things were getting ready to be sort of shipped off to a landfill, Never Land, a place that frankly our clients at the City of Denver Climate Action Office didn't want to see them go.
Right.
So we rescued those items. We collaborated with local artists to kind of zhuzh them up with little, bits of art that you see to kind of upcycle those items. And doing things like the tote bags, which were made out of the 14 by 48 billboard vinyls.
I love a good billboard vinyl bag. Those are the best. Those are. Is that a beer koozie on the right? What is that?
What are those?
What are the green ones?
Those are the tags that
Oh, those are tags.
so you can see in the pocket of
Oh, got it. Okay. I'm not
of the
paying
shirt.
attention. I'm like, it's a beer koozie.
Yeah, we created a line that had its own label, and
Yeah,
so
that's great.
again, that was just part
Love
of
it.
the kind of refashioning of all those items that you saw in the display. But it was a really cool small part of a citywide effort last summer to get more people involved in climate change.
Here's the thing about Denver is like that's not a hard sell, and I think that's the no, and I don't mean
Yeah.
I don't mean this as a slam at all. I mean quite the opposite. In that it's great because you know that you stand a much better chance of these things really working, and the agency has a very good track record in sustainability, a great track record. I mean, the design, obviously, you're fantastic at too. There are a lot of things you're like very, very, very strong in, and being able to come it all to bring it all together. But also from your end, yeah, how does the agency feel when they know, like, okay, we don't have to feel like we're gargling broken glass to make people pay attention to any of this?
Right.
Yeah, that was a really cool part of this effort because, of course, last year, heading into the summer, there were a lot of cities, states, counties, municipalities around the country that were getting really quiet about not just the issue of climate change, but a lot of different issues, pulling back language, softening commitments, and it was all so as to not draw the ire of the federal government. So it feels really great to live in a state and a city where we can basically zag when the rest of the country is zigging and saying we're going to go hard at this. We're going to do the opposite of the rest of the country, and we're going to get really loud about climate change and give people some really concrete ways to just double down on our commitment to taking action. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to be inconvenient for you as a resident of Denver.
Yeah.
But we're going to give you the tools and show you how to be a part of this. And we're going to move forward as a city and a state together, because that's what we do here, regardless of what's happening in the rest of the country. So it was really awesome to have the kind of full faith and credit of the city and county of Denver behind us, and just some really awesome climate partners at the Office of Climate Action that frankly took a big risk to do something like this. I feel like the work that we do in the public sector, whether it's this or some of the other work that we've done, it definitely does not look and feel like typical public sector behavior change campaigns, and probably might make some of these clients wonder, like, is this ambitious enough that I'm going to get in trouble, or I'm going to get fired, or because we push the work, and our clients are partners in that. So they've got to be willing to kind of take that risk and go to those places with us creatively. But we know, and you guys know, that if we don't do that, if we don't do something that's really remarkable and extraordinary and memorable, nobody's going to pay attention. No one's going to pay attention. And if they don't pay attention, they're not going to do any of the things that are actually going to meaningfully impact the climate crisis.
The vicious circle. Well, listen, Jeff, fantastic stuff. And we very much appreciate your contributions to what we're doing. I want you to hang out for a little while backstage. So thanks for this, and hearing about it.